This is going to blow your mind because somehow, after all the things I've survived in life, the one thing I still cannot keep up with are trends. Have you noticed that every week someone online creates brand new trend? One week it's oversized shirts. The next week it's tiny tops, the size of a napkin. And suddenly everyone is speaking in Gen Z codes like slay, delulu, riz. And I'm standing here thinking, can we go back to full sentences, please? Because honestly, I feel like trends are multiplying faster than my white hair. Every time I open my phone, there's brand new trend again. Not just in fashion, but in language, filters, editing styles, even ways to say good morning. There's always something new. And the rule seems to be, if you don't follow it today, you've already outdated tomorrow. And meanwhile, about me, I'm still adjusting my phone brightness. And that's why sometimes I ask my kids, what does this trend even mean? And they explain, I nod confidently, and 2 days later, the trend is officially dead. And speaking of trends, let me confess something. I once tried to follow those TikTok dance crazes, you know, the ones where Gen Z moves their arms like they're typing invisibly in the air, like that. I practice in front of the mirror. I watched the tutorial 12 times, and in my mind, I looked amazing. Then I watched the recording, and partner, oh my God, I looked like someone fighting a mosquito on the air. While trying to maintain elegance, that's when I leaned in and whispered to myself, Rowena, delete that before your children see it. But don't worry, one of these days, I'm going to show you my TikTok bloopers because I believe that keeping them hidden feels like a crime against comedy. And it's not just dances, the cooking trends also, and I chase them as well. Every week there's something new. One pot meal, a lazy girl recipe, a 30-second chef hack that supposedly changes lives. And I tried them all. The trending pasta, mine ended up like a confused soup. And the viral omelette, it flipped, but not in the pan, but on the floor. And the aesthetic breakfast, well, mine looked like as if it came from a clearance section of someone else's fridge. And every YouTube chef says, just eyeball it. And I say, sir, my eyeballs are 59 years old and they do not seem to be measuring accurately. And there are even morning routine trends. Influencers are saying, I wake up at 5 a.m. and meditate. Well, I say, I wake up 5 a.m. because my knee wants to greet the universe. And some of the influencers will say, journal to clarity. And I say, I look for my eyeglasses for clarity. And some will say, drink warm lemon water. And I say, I drink coffee strong enough to resurrect my entire personality. Trends can be fun, but they can also make you feel like you're running a marathon that you never even signed for. Everyone is sprinting, posting, looping, stitching, editing, and dancing. And I'm just here thinking, I just want peace and maybe a nap. But still, I try, I learn, and along the way, I discover that it looked funny even without trying. And well, I just found out apparently it's also a trend. So Gen Z, you are extraordinary and you are so much in trend. Everything you do, repost, remix, everything and delete it all before I could even finish my shoelace. But there's something beautiful about it. You know what? That we're actually meant to complement each other. Because Gen Z brings speed, millennials bring creativity, Gen X brings clarity, and people my age, we bring stories, long stories that could easily become a Netflix stories. But together we could be a good balance. And here's what I've learned. Trends fade, but authenticity stays. Be trendy if you want, be classic if you are who you are, but be both if you wanted. Just don't let the world make you feel like you're too slow, too old, or too late. Because the most beautiful trend that you can ever follow is being yourself. This is Rowena. This is Raw, real, authentic, and worthy.